Maybe I've got hopes and dreams, but the reality is my forehead's big. But there's this weird storm thing going on outside. If you can hear it, then congratulations, you've got ears. I kind of like rain noises and like that, but this sounds like maybe the roof's gonna blow off, and it is a bit alarming. Lady, look, let's get this right. My teeth are not perfect. You just said my teeth are perfect. Perfect, for me, a mild perfectionist, is like the people on the toothpaste adverts. Like, if you're comparing me to them, like, mine are a bit yellow. As a perfect toothed woman, I had a haircut in the shower at work, so in the hospital, from someone who had learned how to cut hair over lockdown. He didn't ask me where my parting was. He just assumed it was in the middle, so I was like, okay, fine. It's not, but I went for it because I'm too polite to say otherwise. They don't think I'm polite, but I am. Trust me, a lot of it stays in my head. Like, if I got rid of my forehead, like, I don't look normal. We're just gonna have to accept that I have an actual forehead. I actually kind of liked being blonde. Bleach blonde. Did it kill my hair? Absolutely. Today I went for a bike ride. How loco am I? Let's try that again. Good day, fine people. Today you join me on Backseat Positivity and we are in bed. We're in bed because the other room is currently occupied by my BF, and as a result I don't like podcasting in front of him, so as a result I've come in here to podcast for you guys because it's due tomorrow and this gal wants to be organised because I'm going straight from here to work tomorrow. Who knows how that's going to go. So today we're talking about, do you remember the last episode we did what you should be doing once a month, and this episode we're doing what you should be doing every 6 months. We're slowly extending. Maybe I should have done quarterly, but I really didn't have the bandwidth for that, so we're doing bi-yearly. There are, we'll discuss, there's like a few in here, there's 6, we'll discuss them. Who knows? They're not like you should be doing them, but they're like, you could think about it. It's something you might want to consider for your own like health and well-being. And let's get into it. I feel like my introductions recently have been really shit, but I'm just trying not to overthink it. I'm just trying to like get it done. Get it done. That makes it sound like fucking torture. Like, I'm just trying to not overthink it. I'm just trying to do it and just let it be. Just let it be. I'm not feeling flowing, to be quite honest. I am absolutely fucking knackered, to be quite truthful. And it's been a hard old Christmas. I just can't seem to sleep. There's this weird storm thing going on outside. If you can hear it, then congratulations, you've got ears. Because it's the loudest thing in the world. It's all I can hear. I kind of like rain noises and shit like that, but this sounds like maybe the roof's going to blow off, and it is a bit alarming. Anyway, let's start with number 1. Dental hygiene appointment. I don't personally think, I know this is against popular opinion, but because dentists are private companies, basically, they run their own businesses, they obviously want you to come every 6 months. But I would say you could probably get away with, I'm talking about the dental hygienist right now, okay, not the actual dentist. I think you should be seeing them, every 6 months. I did have an appointment booked in, and then, to be quite honest, I didn't have the money for it, and my dentist is in Exeter. I haven't yet moved it to Bristol, so I was like, nah, I'm not going to keep it. But they said my teeth, I had an American lady, and I don't want to be stereotypical, but my American dental hygienist, the last time I had my teeth like cleaned, she was like the most positive person I've ever met in my entire life. She was like, oh my god, your teeth are so amazing. She had more of a southern accent than that, but I was like, lady, look, let's get this right. My teeth are not perfect. You just said my teeth are perfect. Perfect, for me, a mild perfectionist, is like the people on the teeth adverts, the dentists, the people on the toothpaste adverts. Like, if you're comparing me to them, like, mine are a bit yellow. Like, come on. So I felt like she needed to dial her positivity down just a tad. Maybe not positivity, but like enthusiasm, or her exaggeration. She exaggerated. My teeth are not perfect. So, that's not me being negative, but I'm just being honest, like, sorry, honesty is the best policy for me. So I would say, as a perfect toothed woman, do I need to be seeing the dental hygienist every 6 months? Probably not, but I do try to. I don't see the dentist every 6 months though, because I'm a little rebel, to be quite honest with you. And I go a bit longer because all they do is just do a checkup and then try and make some money from you by being like, oh yeah, we'll do some x-rays, and I told you I was tired, you know, doing some x-rays and doing some other like bits and bobs. And to be quite honest, I absolutely hate my teeth being touched by metal. So the dentist is a pretty unappealing experience for me. And I feel like that's the general gist for most people. It's not just me. So I'm on that bandwagon as well. But I do think keeping your teeth clean is super important. And if you listen to the first one, my first ever, what you should be doing every day, flossing was on there. And if you haven't listened to that, how bloody dare you? Go back and listen to it. And flossing is on there. That's something we should be doing every day. Like, if you're not doing it, you're not cleaning your teeth properly. And am I guilty of not doing it all the time? Yes. Oh, Christ, I'm yawning again. Stop it. But look, again, like I said to the dental hygienist, I'm not perfect. So I do make mistakes. I do miss it out sometimes. I will do it today. Yesterday I did it because I had loads of chicken in my teeth. It didn't look great, so I removed it. But there's a lot of like micro stuff that you just can't quite see, that you need to get it out. And actually, some people, I found this really helpful until I had a party and then had to take it back upstairs because nobody wants to see my flossing implement. I don't use the long floss. I use the little one. It's like a little stick and it has it's like a little horseshoe shape and it has floss in between it. And it helps you get to like the ones right at the back, which are an absolute nightmare. So I use those, and if you put one by the sofa, like, or wherever you sit before you go to bed, and you can just do it whilst you're watching TV and then you don't even know that you're doing it. It's like an absolute miracle. So that's dental hygiene. Wow, so exciting. On here, the last time I had a haircut before my last haircut, which was in August, I had a haircut in the shower at work. So in the hospital, I work at the hospital. I had a haircut from someone who had learnt how to cut hair over lockdown, and she literally just gave me like a straight cut and trimmed the ends off, and that was it. And then before that, I cut my hair over lockdown. And then before that, I don't think I've had a haircut from a proper hairdresser for like maybe 5 to 10 years. And I'm genuinely not exaggerating. Like, that is the actual truth. So my last haircut was by an actual hairdresser. Like, I paid him and everything. And it was right before I went to a festival, which I think was in August, but I literally can't remember. And that is now grown out. I am due another haircut, and I tell you what, I'm really like appreciating having a proper haircut. I have underappreciated it for such a long time, and now I think I'm just going to get haircuts like from an actual hairdresser. And maybe people have been doing this their whole lives and I've just been like absolutely missing out on life. But look, my next haircut, I want to go for, the funny thing was, right, the haircut that I went for in August, he didn't ask me where my parting was. He just assumed it was in the middle. So I was like, okay, fine. It's not, but I went for it because I'm too polite to say otherwise. Despite what people may think, they don't think I'm polite, but I am. Trust me, a lot of it stays in my head. Anyway, this middle parting vibe, I feel like it makes my forehead look bigger. Like, it just does. And I don't know what to do about that. So what I'm thinking is I'm going to bring it in. By the way, if you want to, you can watch me doing this on the podcast. If you want to go follow my YouTube channel, it's at Dawn Barlow. What I'm thinking is I bring it in and then I go for like a little cut like down. So it's like covering, at the moment it's like covering my face from both sides. And then I cut like a little kind of fringy thing. But it's going to be like swept back a little bit. I did ask him to go for something a little bit shorter. He went for that, but he went a little bit long. Like, maybe it was a couple of centimetres higher. It was like up here. And actually, when I style it properly, it looks kind of nice, but I don't style it all the time. So I kind of want something, maybe maybe I've got hopes and dreams, but the reality is my forehead's big. And I don't know. What I really want is a hair transplant to bring my forehead smaller. Like, I don't know if that's possible, but it looks kind of stupid. Like, if I got rid of my forehead, like, I don't look normal. So I'm not quite sure what's going on with the face bones, but maybe I don't know what to do about that. I'm sure you could actually probably just some kind of surgery to... It's just my bone structure, okay? I don't think I can change it. So we're just going to have to accept that I have an actual forehead, like 4 fingers. Actually, yeah, 4 fingers. And I've just washed my hair, so it is literally like the silkiest thing in the world. If you watch me on my podcast regularly, you'll notice that I do play with my hair a lot. I'm sorry. It's a tick. It's like a thing that I do, and I can't fucking help it. But what I do is I just love the feeling of my hair. Like, I'm using Aussie shampoo and conditioner at the moment, and honestly, it like does fucking wonders. The issue is, what happens is I end up playing with my hair so much that I end up having to wash it even earlier because I play with it so much. I've just made it really greasy. So I literally just washed it, and yeah, anyway. So a haircut basically transformed my hair. Like, I felt fresh. I wasn't like in love with it, but I'm never in love with a haircut. Absolutely 0% of the time am I in love with a haircut. I feel naked and alone, and yeah, it really freaks me out when I get a haircut. So I never quite feel comfortable with it straight away, and then you grow into it and you're like, ooh, baby boy, what's going on here? So that's currently the vibe that I'm in at the moment, but I'm thinking these bits are too long, these bits front, and I want them to be like Peter Andre vibes, like a bit higher. But I don't know, I feel like as soon as I get that, I'll hate it. So yeah, anyway, nobody came here to hear about my hair, but that's my current like thing that I'm self-caring about is I'm actually gonna get a haircut, and it doesn't have to be a lot. I feel like you can just go for a little trim, a little end trim. I have lived so much of my life with split ends that I basically I've grown to love them. Like, me and my split ends are one. So ironically, because they're split, what I end up doing is I find my split ends when I had them. I don't have them anymore because they're fucking gonzos. I used to find my split ends and I would just break them off. It was like a fun little game that I used to play, like how many split ends can I break off in 5 minutes? And I would end up with no fucking hair. So I literally can't see any split ends, whereas before I would like grab my hair and I would just be pulling for hours, like it was a great game. Terrible for my hair, I do understand that. That's kind of crazy that I literally can see no split ends whatsoever, so I'm obviously doing something right. Or maybe Aussie, thank you Aussie. They honestly, like, I used the moist one, it's absolute fire. Like, I cannot recommend it enough. It smells great. Oh Christ, I can't, it's like an orgasm in my hair. And it smells great and I just can't cope with it. So beware, you will become addicted to that new shampoo and conditioner. So have a haircut. Get a haircut. I have thought about recently about dyeing my hair. I actually kind of liked being blonde. Once I was blonde, bleach blonde. Did it kill my hair? Absolutely. Did it split my hair so that I had literally so many split ends that my hair basically became 2 lengths? Yes. I had like this horrible, I saw my hair from behind at one point and it was so awful. I was like, why has nobody told me that this is what I've looked like from behind? Basically, I had hair that was like to my shoulder length that was like somewhat normal thickness, but it all just broken off. And then I had like this rat's tail down the back of my back. And I was like, why has nobody told me that I look like this? I had to visualize it on a picture of myself attacking somebody, nonetheless. Yes, I was attacking one of my, not like, you know, physically, like, you know, criminally, I should say. I don't know what I was doing. I was attacking him in a friendly way. And there I could see the fucking hair, the rat tail that was me. So after that I went and I was like, fuck me, I need to get a haircut. That was the last time I got a haircut before my few months ago haircut. And that was probably, oh my God, that might have been in like 1st or 2nd year of uni. So that is a long time ago. 10 years. I had a kind of, the thing is, right, I just think haircuts are a kind of waste of money. But now I've changed my mind and now I'm a haircut advocate because I've lived my life with split ends. And I think some of the issue was I used to have haircuts where I would get the students to do it and they were just really bad. Sorry, but I know, sorry. They were really slow, and one I would like cross my legs over, like just at the bottom at my ankles, and she kept telling me uncross your legs, and I was like, and I just do it again by accident, and she, uncross your legs like every 5 fucking seconds. So I was like, girl, you just gotta work with what you've got, okay? If I'm crossing my legs, that's my problem, all right? So there we go. And she was the one that told me, and her supervisor told me, that my hair looked like shit. So at least they had the tenacity to do so. So don't be a rat tail medical student like I was. Be a normal human with normal human hair, and not rat tail hair where you look like someone might have mauled you from behind with like a razor blade. That's what it looked like. Someone had like, I don't know, a bear had like ripped off half my hair from behind. It really did look bad. Okay, next. This one's kind of funny because this is a common problem. People buy a cactus and then they water it every month. No, no, no. Guys, if you want a cactus, at maximum or minimum, maximum, the most frequently you should be watering it, if it's a small cactus, even if it's a big one, it'll be fine, is 6 monthly. Go for a big old soak at 6 months and then leave it for another 6 months. And make sure you water it in summer, not in winter, because it will just sit and rot. Like, I've done it too many times. So that is actually some fucking great life advice right there. Like, water your cactus once every 6 months in summer, and that's it. Like, maybe spring, and then, because then that's 6 monthly. Otherwise, that's a year. Anyway, do it when it's warm, because you don't want to do it when it's, like, cold. Yeah, because it won't grow, and it will just sit in wet water, and it won't be warm, so it will just sit. It won't evaporate. So yeah, I've watched people kill their cactuses by thinking, oh, I'm loving them by giving them water, by giving them fluids, and then they're like, we live in the desert, we're not used to this kind of attention. They're literally made to be ignored. Like, the more you ignore a cactus, the happier it is. You can leave it for 6 months. If you want to go on a gap year and come back a year later, I can 73% chance I can guarantee you that that is still going to be alive, depending on the cactus size and health and, you know, variables, okay? Next, see a distant relative or friend or speak to them. See a distant relative / friend or speak to them. I would say seeing people is a good idea. Didn't we do enough of that just speaking over the phone over COVID? And I'm kind of done with that, to be quite honest. When I say distant, I mean, you know, if you can afford it, you go, girl. You go abroad, you do what you want. I cannot afford to go abroad every 6 months right now. It's actually a fucking travesty. Like, I don't understand how I work as a locum doctor and I am actually poor. Like, and you may think I'm exaggerating, but I'm actually not. Like, I can't afford a house. I can barely afford my rent, and maybe I can't afford a house because I'm paying so much rent. Anyway, it's actually kind of troublesome in my mind because I'm like, what is happening? Like, what? Like, how am I don't understand it. Anyway, someone needs to check out their taxes because hopefully I'm paying like too much and they'll just give me it all back. But it really is very confusing for me. It boggles my mind. But then I speak to like American doctors and they are honestly like traveling the world and having the best time of their life, and I'm like, cool, I'm just living in relative poverty, paying someone else's mortgage off, and I have to shop at Lidl. So it's not like I want to shop at Lidl, it's I have to. So there we go. It's all fun times, isn't it? Not. Reminds me of Borat. I actually met someone the other day that was like, I was like, where are you from? She was like, Kazakhstan, you know, Borat. Very nice. And she literally just like said that all so quickly, and I was like, I know Kazakhstan, like you didn't need to shout Borat at me. She was like, Kazakhstan, Borat, very nice. Like literally so quickly, I was like, what just happened? But obviously she probably gets lots of people being like, I don't know what Kazakhstan is. Well, go and watch Borat, my friends, because Borat's from Kazakhstan. Yeah, I think going and speaking to a relative or friend who might not be far away, but I think time goes by quite quickly and we can often forget that these people exist. That was quite a mean thing to say. But like, you kind of can, you know, you're just on this treadmill of like work and like living, and you're like, okay, I've got to make it one day to the next, and oh, am I going to get enough sleep, or have I paid all the bills? Oh shit, it's fucking December. What happened to that year? Who knows? So you need to try and remember to like stay in touch with people. I recently held a birthday party so that I could see some of my friends, because I was like, well, not just so because of that, but you know, it's good to be able to see some of your friends every so often. I think it's probably been 6 months since I last saw some of them. So that's made me think, like, do you know what? I'm going to have a birthday party in June as well. A half birthday. Fuck it. I don't care. And that will be great, because it will be like, I'll see them again. I'll send out the flyers now so that none of them can say, oh, sorry, we have plans. Like, too late. I've booked you already. I booked you 6 months ago. You cannot decline now. Ooh, this one's interesting. I wrote these a long time ago, so I've kind of like forgotten what I've written. Do something you were scared to do or felt like you shouldn't do. Ooh, like illegal stuff, Dawn? Illegal? You want me to be illegal? Well, maybe doing an illegal thing every so often ain't so bad, but within reason, you know, there's like mild criminality, and then there's, you know, prison for life criminality. No, I probably shouldn't encourage criminality, but, you know, doing stuff like, if there's I don't know, I'm trying to think of something that won't get me in trouble. If you're at Nando's, okay, or like, okay, maybe not Nando's, that was a bad idea. If you're at a new food place, why don't you try the hottest thing on the menu? Like, that would be scary, and you probably shouldn't do it. So there we go. That is great life advice, and it's not illegal. Eating a curry that's really spicy. Or you could go for a bungee jump. That's definitely scary. I think if I got diagnosed with cancer, I would probably just go and do that, because I feel like I really don't want to, but I feel like I should, because I'm going to die. Like, if I got diagnosed with terminal cancer, not just like cancer. And I'm like, oh, I should probably like live my life fully before I become... Oh, God, I can't stop yawning. I'm sorry, it's 9:30. Like, it's not even late. This is how much I'm living the dream. I'm sitting in bed, doing my podcasting, yawning, and talking about bungee jumping. Like, what more could you want from life? There's definitely more things that you could want from life than this right here, but I am not complaining. I recently said something in my episode that was like, if I could just get given money and not have to work for it, that would be great. I mean, I say that, and then I think I would get quite significantly bored, but I tell you what, I would. I still stand by it. Like, I would happily not work as much, maybe one shift like a month. No, actually, because I would be, if I had unlimited money, I would be traveling everywhere. I'd be like, no, would I? You always want what you have, you always want what you don't have until you have it, and then you're like, I feel like, I think that I want to be traveling indefinitely, but would I really want to? Because I feel like at some points it's nice to just be at home, isn't it? Like, it's nice to just be at home in bed talking to your podcast fans. Like, that's the long and short of it. So anyway, talking about going abroad, doing something, what else would be like scary or you shouldn't do it, but like not illegal? Because I shouldn't encourage illegality. Swimming with sharks? That would be quite scary, wouldn't it? I don't really know that it's that scary. Like, if they're just milling about over there and they don't come near me, then that's fine. And I am in a metal cage, and it's unlikely they're gonna like get through. But I can definitely think of funner things to do. But here we're talking about things that scare you. I think since starting my YouTube channel and podcast, I've definitely tried things that have like rocked the boat for me a little bit. And they may not be major, but I've been like, because you're like constantly thinking about, oh, I want to make this video a bit better and like more exciting, you're like, I'll choose something that's a bit different. Like, maybe I'll go down a path that I don't know instead of the one that I do know. Maybe I'll choose like the craziest meal on the menu. Maybe I'll choose the more dangerous option of something. I don't know. I'm hardly, you know, flying out of my comfort zone, but things are changing. And I thank the camera for that. Today I went for a bike ride. How loco am I? I know. To be honest, this might be the last one. And I'm currently on a holiday. Well, I would call it a break. Would I call it a holiday? Like, I haven't gone abroad. Does a holiday have to be abroad? Questionable. But I'm currently on a break. I'm actually going back tomorrow, working tomorrow. Oh, I told you about that, didn't I? Yeah, we're driving back at 10 from Cornwall to Bristol, which is about 150 miles, which I think is going to take about 4 hours, to be honest, which is a really long time. I don't know how it's going to take that long. And then I've got to work at 4 p.m. tomorrow till midnight. So I'm kind of dying. Probably will be dying tomorrow. Maybe I'll have a little nap in the car. I'm hoping I can go to sleep, because every night so far I've been like, as soon as I've put my head down, I'm like, oh hi, it's time to start thinking so much that you can't go to sleep. And you will just wake back up again. And then I'm like, okay, I'm awake. It's 3 a.m. Like, great. So I think we should all be going on holiday or break. And it doesn't have to be expensive. You know, you can just go, like, this doesn't cost us anything, because we come and we stay with Tom's family in Cornwall, and it's really nice. We've got our own little annex over the garage. I'm literally in the bedroom over the garage right now. I know, right? Oh, sorry about that. Oh, and I get food, basically all the food I could ever need, and warmth, because at home I'm so poor that we just don't turn on the heating. And what else do I get? Free water. Wow. And a nice sea view as well. So what more could you want? Anyway, we do this probably twice a year, so 6 monthly. And it's like, obviously most people don't have this luxury, but I think it's good to just be able to get away, you know, for your birthday or maybe your partner's birthday. Oh god, that was like a yawn and a hiccup. I'm not sure how that happened. But try and do it like twice a year. I think we need that. I think we should be going on more holidays, but most of us just can't afford it. And I'm completely vibing with you. Like, I'm a doctor and I can't even afford to go on holiday. When's the last time I went on holiday abroad? Who knows? I went to Edinburgh, but that's Scotland. It's not abroad. So I haven't been abroad for at least a year. Like, it's kind of tragic. But then maybe I shouldn't be, you know, there are people fucking, like, at war right now. I shouldn't be complaining about not being able to go abroad. Sometimes I do hear myself moaning, and then I'm like, God, Dawn, it's such a first world problem. Like, shut up. Like, no one cares. And then I think about, you know, the stuff I see on the news, and then I just belittle my problems, to be quite honest. So I'm not sure who I'm helping, but it's clearly not me. Anyway, I think that's it. It's been half an hour. Not that I'm, like, talking to half an hour, but I'm like, I've got through all my points and it's half an hour. So that seems like a reasonable amount of time. And also, otherwise I go over my podcast minute allowance, and that costs me extra money. So, yeah. Anyway, guys, I'm super fucking tired. I tell you what, my next episode, I might do it on bed rotting. I might do it now. But then I'm really tired, so I just can't be arsed. Anyway, nobody cares. If you liked it, give it a like, subscribe, follow, give it a rating, whatever you want. Go get me a haircut. That'd be nice. Oh god, I can't stop touching and smelling my hair. It's honestly oh, it's so good. Okay, I sound like I'm like having sexual intercourse. Okay, bye guys. I think that's enough. At the time where I start making weird moaning noises, stroking my hair, that is definitely enough. I've loved talking to you, and I will see you in the next episode. I upload every Monday and Thursdays, and goodbye. Look how shiny my hair is.